Hello everyone, welcome to the history class. In this video, I'll be continuing with the third theme of class 11th history, that is an empire across the three continents. Now in this video, I'll be discussing about the 3rd century crisis. If the 1st and 2nd centuries were by and large a period of peace, prosperity and economic expansion, the 3rd century brought the first major sign of internal strain. From the 230s, the empire found itself fighting on several fronts simultaneously. In Iran, a new and more aggressive dynasty emerged in 225 and they called themselves Sassanians. And within just 15 years, they expanded in the direction of Euphrates. In a famous rock inscription cut in 3 languages, Shapur I, the Iranian ruler, claimed he had annihilated a Roman army of 60,000 and even captured the eastern capital of Antioch. In this map, you can see the Byzantine Empire below the Black Sea. Here, this is Black Sea. Below Black Sea was the Byzantine Empire. And this is Arabia, this peninsula. Below Caspian Sea, this water body is Caspian Sea. Below Caspian Sea, there is a Persian Empire or the Sassanid dynasty ruled in this region. This dark area mark here. So this Sassanid dynasty emerged very strong here and they started expanding their empire in this direction. Right? So this was an external threat to the Roman Empire at that time. On other side, a whole series of Germanic tribes, or rather tribal confederacy, like Alemanni, Franks and Goths, they began to move against the Rhines and Danube frontiers. And whole period from 233 to 280 saw repeated invasion of a whole line of provinces that stretched from Black Sea to the Alps and southern Germany. The Romans were forced to abandon much of their territory beyond Danube, while the emperors of this period were constantly in the field against the Romans called barbarians. They called these tribal people as barbarians and the Romans were constantly in fight against them. There was a change of Roman emperor. Around 25 Roman emperors changed in 47 years. So this shows that there was a huge political instability in the Roman Empire at that time. 3rd century saw the crisis, especially the Roman Empire. There were different types of crises that occurred. The political crisis, we have seen that there was a constant change in the emperors. The Roman legions suffered their first defeat by the barbarians and they started defeating from the tribals who were attacking their empire. There was an economic crisis also. The conquest ended when these conquests ended, there were very few slaves left for work, so the empire became poorer. And there was social crisis also. Taxes were increased on the people and people started migrating from cities and towns to the countryside to escape from paying such taxes to the ruler. Now we'll discuss about the gender literacy and culture of the Roman society. One of the more modern feature of Roman society was the widespread prevalence of the nuclear family. Adult sons did not live with their families and it was exceptional for adult brothers to share a common household. On other hand, slaves were included in the family as Roman trusted them. By the late Republic, the typical form of marriage was one where the wife did not transfer to her husband's authority but retained full rights in the property of her natal family. While the woman's dowry went to the husband for the duration of the marriage, the woman remained a primary heir of her father and became an independent property owner on her father's death. The Roman women enjoyed considerable legal rights in owning and managing property. In another word, In law, the married couple was not one financial entity but two, and the wife enjoyed complete legal independence. Divorce was relatively easy and needed no more than a notice of intent to dissolve the marriage by either husband or wife. Now, what about the literacy? It is certain that rates of casual literacy varied greatly between different parts of the empire. For example, in Pompeii is a site in Italy which was buried in a volcanic eruption in 779 CE. There is a strong evidence of widespread casual literacy. The walls on the main street of Pompeii often carried advertisement, and graffiti were found all over the city. This was a beautiful city. Here are the pictures showing its ruins. See the wall of art. Some of the architecture of Pompeii. Here is a picture showing the marriage procession in ancient Roman civilization. The cultural diversity of the empire was reflected in many ways and at many levels. In the vast diversity of religious cults and local deities, the plurality of languages that were spoken, the style of dress and the costume, the food people ate, their forms of social organization, even their patterns of settlement, all were quite varied. Aramaic was the dominant language group of the Near East. Coptic was spoken in Egypt, Punic and Berber in North Africa, Celtic in Spain and Northwest. So there was a variation in the languages also. But many of these linguistic cultures were purely oral, means they do not have the script for their languages, at least until a script was invented for them. Armenian, for example, only began to be written as late as the 5th century. So this is how they were using different languages in different regions of Roman Empire, but they most of these languages were in oral form and not having their own scripts. So this is all about the Roman society, culture, and the literacy rate. Um, Thanks for watching this video.